You're on.
Okay, I want to talk about a prophecy today. Winter of Obama's tribulation. I'll bring it up here so I can tell you some things that I said there. Because this actually looks like it is the time when this will take place.
Amen. Cross the middle ministry. Hallelujah.
Okay, I don't want to listen to me, but I just want to say that, talk about some of the things that I had written there. Number one, this took place November. Actually, the Lord was talking to me a little bit before that, maybe a month or so before that, in multiple dreams about this, and it was a recurring dream, like I said there, and it was some things that the Lord just kept putting into my head. Obviously, He wanted me to do a video about it, and it seems to me that this thing with ISIS is maybe the icing on the cake, so to speak, that is going to drive this thing home. A lot of things with Obama has been, as we can see now, has been leading up to this point of his impeachment and his dethrone. But this thing with ISIS and him refusing to deal with it and keep on, he just keeps on saying things like we have to be sensitive to the Muslim faith, when the Muslim faith is what ISIS is all about. And this thing, you know, he's going on TV and he's talking about radicalism against the Muslim faith. The Muslim faith is not actually a religion as we know religion. The heart of Obama is at the basis of the Muslim faith. He seems to be concerned enough about bringing martial law into the country that he has actually acknowledged to someone about it. Now, the thing I have learned about martial law is that, or not martial law, but is that about someone acknowledging something, is that this acknowledgement is actually acknowledging that there's a threat there in that. He's concerned about it enough to address it. You know, normally when something doesn't worry you, hey, why talk about something that's not going to be a part of who you are? So Obama is obviously concerned about this martial law thing enough to acknowledge that these people that is saying this, whoever it is, I can't remember who it is right now, but you know, so he does have that in mind. He does have that in mind. And you can look at his past actions over the past couple of years, and you can tell that he's getting the military ready for that thing, especially the military in the National Guard military, who would protect the inner United States, and that was shown relevant by when he took some of them and actually put them into battle, getting them used to the fact that, hey, sometimes stuff happens, you know. And one thing that is, well, more than one thing really, but there's a lot of things that is telling me that this is it. I mean, there's all the states are actually, I wouldn't be surprised to look this morning. When I looked yesterday, there was 32 or 34 states that had said they're not taking any of those refugees from Syria, because Syria is where the problem is stimulating from. Now, you know, the Bible talks about Syria as the beginning of the last days war, and how God is bringing this. He's bringing the whole world's attention to Syria, obviously, But Isaiah 17 is a prophecy about Syria. And I've told you on here several times before that Isaiah is, or that Syria in Isaiah 17 is going to be a part of this prophecy. Okay? And that it's coming. That the Lord has told me about this, that it's coming. And this is going to be happening. This is how God is bringing it. Damascus is going to be totally annihilated. Is a prophecy that the Lord talked about that's coming. And these things are, you know, I'm not announcing this with joy. I'm not announcing this with anger. I'm not announcing this with anything but sorrow, because these things that are taking place is the beginning of the demise of life as we know it. We keep praying that the land will be healed and made prosperous again, but these things are not, until man turns their heart back to God, this is just not going to happen. Okay? And I pray that God will have mercy. Okay, this is what I put. This is some of the things that I said, you know. And back in the winter, this was before this first snowfall ever happened. This was November 26th. The first snowfall had not happened yet. I think we had maybe had a little one before that, but there was nothing massive, anything to say that anything massive was coming. And I don't read the Farmer's Almanac. Yes, I'm a farmer, but I don't read the Farmer's Almanac. I had no idea. I don't even think they knew what was coming that year. But the snow happened, and after we got through all of the snow, and we were going to go up to take care of this guy's stuff, and it was the idea that we had to do it. It wasn't whether or not we had an option. It was something that we had to do, to go up and take care of this thing that was harming us. And since then you could tell this is exactly what has happened. You know, it's been this month, it's 2 years this month since what is today, the 18th, so it's been over 2 years now. On the 13th it was 2 years. And we come out into a time of relaxation, and that's when it all took place. And this looks to me like this is what's going to happen now. The states have turned against Obama, and now Obama's going to try, it seems like he's going to try to force them to do what he wants anyway. And just like he's done his whole presidency, he's done this past 7 years. He's forced America to do what he thought was right. That is not what a president is in there for. A president leads a country. He's a tyrant. He pushes people around. A leader leads, a tyrant pushes. And here's some of the things that I said, okay? Down here I wanted to read you this one first. And there was some guy on here, email Hass, whatever, it sounds like he's a terrorist. Because he don't even give his real name, he's hiding himself. But anyway, I got a lot of comments from him on there. It's called Winter of Obama Tribulation Prophecy. Okay, and I'm saying it looks like the winter, it looks like the snow is coming. I want to try to find it exactly where it is. Okay. And of course we had a discussion about the Bible there with this atheist guy. Okay, I put on here a year ago, it says, my dream could be about Obama's impeachment after this winter. We can only hope. Don't know exactly the things God says to me in dreams, but it's God for sure. Daniel in the Bible was the same way. I said on there, check out the book of Daniel. So, and I go up and I mention something about the snow is taking place. That might have been the first comment I had. Okay, yeah, the first one. Update on this prophecy. Looks like Obama's digging his way into the jailhouse, and this prophecy looks like it's more likely reality every time Obama opens his mouth, he does something. And I said, here's why. But it says, yeah, and I said, looks like the snow is happening. So, and this last message was that only 5 months ago. So, and it looks like everything he does is continuously doing that, especially this thing with ISIS. He's refusing to close the borders. He's even bringing more and more of them over here. And this thing with the Syrian refugees, you know, it's to me, going by Obama's actions, what he's done in the past, these Syrian refugees should be mixed in with, you know, filled in with people who is ISIS terrorists. And if Obama wants to start bringing America to its knees physically, this is the best way to do it. He's getting those men in place where they can start blowing things up of strategic importance inside the United States. You know, and obviously every government or every governor of every state is seeing the same thing. Indiana announced yesterday, you know, or I saw it on there yesterday where Indiana announced that they were not going to take these refugees. That it's only wise, you know, if we, you know, and here is the liberal states doing the same thing. The liberal states, you know, this is an indication that America has turned against the president that they elected. Well, you know what? There was a bunch of conservatives that tried to tell these people that, hey, this guy's not going to do you right. He's going to SCRW you. You know, and by the way, I had a dream about that, which is on YouTube as well. This dream where all these people were reaching out to him, and this hand that looked like Obama's hand was turning toward them to help, and it slowly turned over like that and gave them the middle finger. And Obama has done this. This is a sure sign, you know, and that dream was on there. I bet you that was 4 years ago I put that on. I can't remember what I called it, but you know what, I'll try to look that up and get it back to you. Alrighty, God bless you. Thanks for joining. We'll see you again next time. Another great message, Crossing the Middle Ministry.